My next question is for Tim, actually. Recently you've been able to come back and breathe new life into the character of 343 Guilty Spark. Some would say he's a genocidal maniac, he kills people, and he enjoys it. Some would say he's just out crazy. How would you describe the character of 343 Guilty Spark?
Well, as one of the most hated AIs in the galaxy, I am completely honored.
He does
Wow.
that at home.
This is such an honor, you guys, just to see this community that Halo has become, for us to be able to do this gig and to have it, the reaction from you guys. If there wasn't a you guys, there wouldn't be an us. Really, that's what it's all about. I'm so glad and so blessed to see you guys out there, and to be this character all these years has been very, very humbling to me personally. So thank you to you instead, okay?
I'd like to add that during this period of time, I think Tim has done other work, including, I believe you did Leisure Suit Larry, the redo.
All right, how many of you bastards lost your virginity to that game?
So we all bring our own experiences to these titles when we played it. I remember the first time I played, not that game. I remember the first time I played the original Halo, and it's meant a great deal to me, and I'm very blessed to be in the position I am now. I'm wondering if, Frank, if you can talk a little bit, and you've talked a little bit about it earlier this weekend, of kind of your experiences playing the first Halo and when you were first introduced to these characters and how that made you feel.
I've already told this story at panel today, so apologies to the people who were there at that one. But my first ever experience playing Halo, I mean, I've been reading about it and watching videos, weirdly, of Steve Jobs introducing it in 1999, I think, or 98. And it's weird to come that far and such a weird bit of symmetry. But on a more up note, I played multiplayer for the first time ever at a press event in New York in a hotel. And we're playing Beaver Creek, or Battle Canyon, or Battle Creek, or whatever. I've completely lost count of the names we have for it by now. But I ran up to the ladder. I kind of had it. I had the left stick totally under control. I got to the bottom of the ladder and realized the conventional default setting is incorrect, and inverted is correct. And so, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can boo. You can boo, you weirdos.
You're gonna start a riot, brother.
So Frank, if you're
but what I'm
inverted,
going to
would that be
do,
a thumbs up?
my main career move from this point onward is to have the UI say correct instead of inverted. So it'll say default, and then it will say more, better, or correct for inverted. And that was literally my first experience, and one of the most literally defining ones. So.
Well, I think we're going to open it up to some questions from the audience. We have microphones on the right and left, so if you can just make your way calmly and orderly. All right, I think we'll go ahead and start on the right.
All those who are now in line, I would like you to follow the uniformed man out the building. No, I'm kidding.
My question is for Marty. First off, I just wanted to say I think Reach's soundtrack was incredible.
Thank you.
I don't think it gets enough credit.
Thank you.
And I wanted to ask you if you enjoyed creating music that was more in a somber setting more than the past Halo games, or if at least you enjoyed it in a different way, being able to create a more dramatic backdrop for the game.
Yeah. Each one of the Halo games had sort of a unique feeling for me, and I just really love working with the guys who were designing the game and telling the story, and I loved the fact that on both ODST and Reach I could start to branch out from some of the themes that I was doing with Halo 1, 2, and 3, because they were all part of this trilogy. So yeah, I really enjoyed both those games, just from being able to approach the music with a different approach. The film noir sort of approach for ODST, and a little bit more gravitas, I think, is something I've talked about for Reach. Because it was a story that we knew was like the Titanic, it was a tragedy, and everybody was going to die. We definitely should have used Pete's lines at the end, though. I think that would have lightened the mood a little bit, but might have wrecked the music at the end. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Thanks a lot.
Sorry. Two questions, one silly, one serious. I would pay money to have some of you guys and gals do a GPS voice, like Stacker or Master Chief. I mean, you know, milk that dry, please.
I said exit left. What the hell does that mean to anybody else on this planet but exit left? You are off the grid, moron.
And then more seriously, by Reach, Jen and Steve, when did you figure out that this trilogy, this whole storyline turned into a love story? Kind of, you know? I mean, that's kind of interesting how at first, how there was real emotion there between the two of you. I mean, obviously you haven't met, but I guess in reading those lines or in Marty coaching you or I don't know, you know, I mean, it got really...
We moved you, didn't we?
Yes.
We touched you.
Yes.
I'm glad.
When did you realize?
Well, you know what somebody said to me the other day, which I had never, because yes, I agree. I think as the story continued, there was obviously their relationship. There was something going on. But somebody suggested to me the other day, which I thought was interesting, is that they saw it as a sibling relationship, which I had never really considered before. But creepy. Yeah. Okay, awkward.
She is inside you, so.
Yeah, put that vision back up of her. Can you put that back up of her, what she looks like now?
Okay, maybe you have a point. Never mind about the sibling thing.
I just want to say thank you for all your hard work and dedication towards Halo. It's, you know, obviously had a big impact on us, and I think we all appreciate it. And I just want to hear more of your voices. Maybe Jen Taylor can sing for us.
You're mean. I am not a singer. I don't know if you guys know this story. Go ahead. You're so mean. Marty's so pleased. They made me sing a song. What was the song?
It was Daisy.
Daisy. And it's in the game, isn't it?
No, we couldn't use it.
Didn't get the rights.
My head's gonna explode. I think, Jay, how long? I probably sang that song for an hour. And there were like one or two notes that for some reason I just could not get. And so, excuse me, but most of the time, most of the takes are me singing, then going, motherfucker, fucking fuck, shit, fuck. So that's the jokes that they are making. But Marty, you did say I had a fine voice.
You do have your wonderful voice. You're a good
I have a fine voice.
Yes,
I sang to you. Allison. See, it's okay.
My question's for Marty. I was wondering if you could talk over here. Hey, Marty. A little bit about the evolution of music in Halo, all the way from the beginning to the end, and even more importantly, what you know about the future of music in Halo.
Wow, you know, I know nothing about the future of music in Halo, but I do know about the future of music at Bungie. So I'm here today to reveal what the story of our next game that we're doing is, and it's like...
Really? Awesome, you guys are gonna love that.
It's a new spin on Angry Birds.
Yes. No, actually, the next Bungie game, we're not even starting with a game. It's going to be a Broadway musical. I'm announcing it here today. Yeah, Okay. And then we'll see if a game comes out of that.
Singing the lead.
And Jen is singing the lead. It's going to be wonderful.
Jen has a huge singing part in it.
So this is for all the voice actors. After hearing your outtakes, how's it feel to realize that you went from all of that to these serious characters in Halo?
Serious?
I don't think I heard your. Can you restate your question?
How's it feel to listen to the outtakes?
Embarrassing.
Funny as hell. It's funny.
It wasn't me. That wasn't me.
I don't
You have
think
to understand,
anybody
we are
likes-
paid multiple personalities.
Hi, I'm Cleveland.
Yeah, right.
I don't think anybody likes to listen to their voice, do they? I mean, even voice actors don't like to listen to their voice. At least that's my experience.
I don't think that's true. I know Pete loves listening to his voice. I'm positive of that.
I'm kind of enthralled that you're the Real Men of Genius guy. I love those commercials.
That's actually a really good transition. We're kind of running out of time, so unfortunately we don't have time for any more questions. But kind of in the same vein of what Jim was just mentioning, Pete Stacker was the voice of the Real Man of Genius campaign from several years ago. We've kind of worked on something that we're going to introduce to you, and Pete and Tim are going to participate in this, and so I'm just going to hand it over to them, and they'll bring us home.
Once upon a time, they asked us to maybe do a little something, and this is a little out of character, so we whipped some stuff together with the help of everybody upstairs. We don't have the music only because there's a little contractual thing there, but we decided that because what you don't know about him is that he's also a really, and has been, a really great rock and roll singer in front of a band, etc., and he can really wail. So he's going to step in the role of David Bickler, and so here we are. This is for Halo from the Real Men of Genius.
This is for you guys.
Ready? HaloFest presents Real Men of Halo.
Real Man of Halo.
Today we salute you, Mr. Terrible Warthog Driver.
Mr. Terrible Warthog Driver!
While other players are content to run straight across the battlefield, you say no. Why bother with two genetically modified legs when you can careen your way to a screaming death?
I'll catch a cab!
You might not know your drive shaft from a spark plug, but you've turned flipping your 2-ton steel-plated assassin into a modern art form.
Who needs insurance?
So crack open your next match, O Prince of the Pit Lane. We know whenever a teammate is waiting on his battle bro to carry him to victory, you'll be there to drive him right off a cliff.
Mr. Terrible Warthog Driver!
HaloFest 343 Industries, Kirkland, Washington.
Thank you very much, guys.
Can I add one other thing? Hello? Did I do it? Yeah, can I add one other quick thing? There's a real story all the way back to the front, and I may be wrong, Marty, but you were in a building and the building burned down. And this was at the start of Halo, as I recall, all the way up the front. And there was ice and everything hanging from the side. It was in a January, and after the firefighters left, etc., he crawled back into the building and up onto like the second floor and chipped out some of the hard drives and brought them back down. And I believe that is music from the very first Halo, which is pretty cool. And no one knows that, but that's a very daring dude.
And one of the coolest things, too, was that when that all happened, the doors of other studios in Chicago were so empathetic and so sympathetic to what happened. Studios in Chicago said, come on over and do your game here. And I don't know, I don't think they even charged you for
no,
that.
They didn't charge me anything. Yeah, it was great.
So that was really, really cool. And that's how it all got started.
Hey, Chicago.
Thanks, guys.